Here's another one, just that you know so well. Look at Romans 12 and think of it in a different way. You know Romans 12, 1 and 2. Turn there with me. Let me show it to you in a different light. Romans 12, 1 and 2. We learn it at camp when we're little. We learn it in Awana. We know it as a verse. I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body. Your body, your life, my life can be a sacrifice to God. He says, give me your devotion and follow through with that devotion by giving me a vehicle to work with. I want your body. I want you to give me your body and say it's all yours. It's verse 1, a living, alive sacrifice for you. Now, all of us, as soon as we heard that, sometime in our life have said, you can have it. But you know what happens? By default, kind of like your computer, if it gets mixed up, you go back to the default settings. And you know what? We're just like the machines we make. When we get mixed up, we revert to our default settings. And you know what our default setting is? It's not Romans 12:1. And what we need to do is renew that offering of all we are to Him. We repeat the simple words. Did you know our family, we're reading through the Bible, we're in 1 Samuel. We were just reading about little boy Samuel. Remember Hannah, his mother, presented him to Eli the priest, and he lives in the tabernacle back then, and he's sleeping in his little place, wherever it was in the tabernacle, and he hears a voice, and he jumps up and runs to Eli and says, yes, yes, yes. And he said, I didn't call you, go back to bed. And so then he goes and lays down, he hears a voice again, he goes, yeah, Eli, what do you want? And he said, I didn't call you, go back to bed. And finally Eli went, yeah, that's the Lord. This time, Samuel, in bed, don't come running to me. Look up and say, speak, Lord, your servant's listening. We went through that. I enjoyed so much having everybody reading that. I said, oh, stop. I looked at each member of my family and myself, and I said, have you ever said, speak, Lord, I'm your servant. This body is yours. It belongs to you. What do you want me to do? Those simple, child, understandable words. You know what was so sweet after that challenge? That was some night last week, and, tucked all of them in bed. It was so sweet. Next morning, they're all getting up, and wandering around, and one of the little buddies came up to me and said, I said that to the Lord this morning. It was 12 hours later. I said what? Great dad, right? Right in tune with this spiritual moment. I said what? And then he just got this heavenly look, and he went, speak, Lord. And I was just smitten. I thought, oh, it's last night's story. He remembered. And he says, when I got out of bed this morning, I said, what, Lord, do you want me to do? Now, if a 7-year-old can do that, can 17-year-olds, 27, 37, 57, 87? Those simple, childlike words, speak, Lord, your servant is listening, delights the Lord. And that's what Romans 12:1 is about. You and I can offer our life, not once at a campfire 25 years ago, but tonight. Say, speak to me, Lord, your servant's listening. Tomorrow morning, Lord, I'm your servant. This body's yours. My devotion is toward you. How do you want me to serve you today? Can you imagine what God will do if you really mean it? He will intersect with your life and my life, and He will make us have such a joyful, confident awareness that all that I'm doing today is redeeming time for eternity, and I am building up that for which I can forever offer as worship to Him.